Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Thank you very much for having us here today. We're from the Kirtan Development Project. This is Jagdeep Kaur. My name is Jagdeep Kaur and this is Amritpal Singh. We have named ourselves the Kirtan Development Project to help individuals develop themselves through Kirtan. We found that many people our age and younger were learning the same shabads and repeating them over and over. And Gurdwara is full of so many beautiful, wonderful shabads. Why should we keep repeating one shabad that we only know? We should develop ourselves and learn more Kirtan. The Kirtan Development Project has 3 main rules. It's important to have rules so that you can understand what it is that you are to learn and are to accomplish. The Kirtan Development Project encourages you to learn a new shabad every 2 months. We have a Kirtan program every 2 months and you must learn a brand new shabad which you have not repeated elsewhere at all. You also have to have that shabad from beginning to end 15 minutes in length. And you must also attend one Kirtan Development Project Kirtan event before you can be included in the Kirtan. We do this for a number of reasons, so that you're not repeating the same shabad over and over, so that the program can run according to time, which is why we say 15 minutes. And we say that it's important to attend one Kirtan program at the very least, so that you can support each other, so that you can build Sangat, so that when you come to the Gurdwara or somebody's house, when we have a program, you can sit with your brothers and sisters, with your parents, with your neighbours, and you can sit together and enjoy the Kirtan. And like this, you learn to enjoy Kirtan more. You also learn to experience Sangat. And it's very important to experience Sangat. Sangat is when we all come and sit together and we listen to Maharaj, and we do Simran, and we recite Bani, and we sing Kirtan, and we do Bard. It's very, very important to have good Sangat. And that's why we come together. Our parents bring us to Gurdwara, we go to functions. It's a very, very important part of our lives. One of the things that we're going to consider today is that we have 3 different instruments here. We have a violin. Hold it up. This is a violin, for anyone who hasn't seen a violin. We have a guitar, which are both primarily Western instruments. So these are instruments that have come from places like England and Europe and places like that. And we also have a tabla. I think we all know what a tabla is. We also, use tabla quite often in the Gurdwara. It's a very important rhythm instrument. Some of you here might even be learning the tabla. Is anybody learning the tabla? Anybody? Fantastic. Are you learning it here? No, not here. But you're learning it. It's very good. When you have any instrument, it's very important to consider that you should repeat. You should always practice your instrument, whether it's singing, whether it's playing an instrument. And this is why we also do Bart as a daily practice. You are practicing Bart. You are repeating. You wake up in the morning, you have a shower, and you do your daily nityanim in the morning. You might just know Beli Puri da part. That's still very, very good. You must learn to do a little bit of Bart, even though you might not know how to do all of Japji Sahib. It's very important to do a little bit. I'm just going to pass you over to Jagdeep Kaur, who is going to introduce her instrument just a little bit to explain how you play the instrument and what it is.
Hi, my name is Jagdeep Kaur. I started playing the violin when I was quite young. I was 9 years old, so I've been playing it for 17 years. And at the beginning, it was more my father's choice. He chose the instrument and he encouraged me to start playing it. It sounded quite bad at the beginning. I don't know if anyone's learning to play the violin or if they've heard of an early starter on the violin. It sounds terrible, But through the encouragement of my father, I carried on playing and I continued. And after about 5 years, it became a little bit better. And then I started playing it on my own, and I really enjoyed it. I'm really lucky now because I've got the chance to play with Kirtan. I learned classically, so I learned with English notes. But now I've started playing more with Kirtan. So with the violin, it's quite adaptable. You can play loads of different types of things. You can play classical rag, you can play with Kirtan, you can play classical English music. So when I was about 17, I started going to the Gurdwara, and I was allowed to sit on the stage and play with the Kirtanese, and that's something that I really enjoy. I started playing with KDP a couple of years ago when it started, and it's something that I've really enjoyed. So with the violin, it's a difficult instrument to play. It takes quite a while to get to a standard where you start enjoying it, but once you get to that standard, it's amazing, and it sounds really beautiful, and it's a really enjoyable thing to. It's a really enjoyable hobby to have. So that's it.
Can you just show me a little bit of how you play the violin?
Okay, so you just have to hold it up like this. And I'll play something classical. I'll just play a line. Sorry, it's a bit rusty, but that's what it sounds like.
Okay, and Amritpal Singh is going to explain a little bit about the tabla.
Do you want to take that one?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Okay, I just saw a couple of kids who were learning tabla. I was learning tabla similarly at your age. I was initiated into tabla by Dad, my father, who was an accomplished Kirtani, and a few years into that, I started accompanying Kirtan, and as I was accompanying Kirtan, I enjoyed it. As much as I enjoyed it, I was learning classically, but I didn't actually realize the actual the limit that it has when you're playing with Kirtan, and how far you can actually take tabla. So recently, in the last 5 or 6 years, I've been learning from one of the world's best tabla players at the moment, and I just recently spent a few months in India studying with him. And yeah, I mean, with Kirtan, when you play tabla with Kirtan, it's totally different, but when you play tabla with other genres like Kathak, vocal, instrumental, it takes your tabla skills to a different level altogether. I'll just do a very short demonstration on something very classical in tabla. It's called a rela, and it's played a few times, played very fast. It's played repetitively, and it has different variations of it. So I'll just do a short demonstration of that. Okay.
guitar. It's used in lots of Western music. If you've ever watched Top of the Pops, you would have seen it on there. It's basically a long neck. This particular guitar is a bit special because it's not got 6 strings. Most guitars have 6 strings, it has 12 strings. And this means it's a bit louder and, well, it's a bit louder, it's a bit nicer, makes a whole of sound. So I'm just going to give you a very quick demonstration, and obviously we'll get to hear all of these instruments play together. Okay, I don't know if that's on, but we'll still continue. Before we continue, I'd just like to say a few words. Our subject for today is Naam Japana. And I'd like to say, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਈ ਹੈਗੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਨਹੀਂ ਬੋਲ ਸਕਦੇ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮਾਫ ਕਰ ਦਿਓ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਗਿਆ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਹੈ ਅੱਜ, ਤੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ, ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਲਈ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਰੀਏ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ, ਅਸੀਂ ਫਿਰ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਤੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਅੱਜ। ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਹਿ ਸਕਣ ਬੱਚੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਬਹਿ ਜਾਣ ਸਟੇਜ ਦੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ। So if all the children could please get up and come and sit in front of the stage. You can sit closer and you'll be able to see what we're doing and be able to join in. ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗ ਇੱਥੇ ਬੈਠੇ ਆ, ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਭੈਣਾਂ ਭਰਾਵਾਂ, ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਬੱਚੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਗਾਈਏ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਥੋੜ੍ਹੀ ਜਿਹੀ ਸਹਾਇਤਾ ਦੇਈਏ, ਉਦਮ ਬਖਸ਼ੀਏ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ, ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਜਾਣੇ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਬਹਿ ਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਫਿਰ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਗਾਈਏ, ਸਿਮਰਨ ਕਰੀਏ। Now we don't have that much time. I'm sorry we got here a little bit later than we thought we would. But there's just a few things that I wanted to share. There's a Gurdwara Duk, which is Bhagatat Pandar Gurbani Lal Gavo Gavat Sunat Kamavat Har Lal Nihal. I'm so sorry. I'm a bit nervous today, so you're going to have to help me by singing with me as well, because I'm really quite nervous. I'm not used to doing this sort of thing. Okay. We're going to start off with some Simran first. As we know, Naam Japana is to do not just Waheguru Simran, but Waheguru is very easy, very, very easy. Can everybody say Waheguru? Fantastic, perfect. So then it's going to be very easy to sing the next bit, which is just Vaheguru, 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 Vahejio. And we're going to start very slowly and very gently, and then we can hear how all of these instruments come together and make such a nice sound, and we can enjoy it as Kirtan. Okay? how to meditate. How do you meditate? Like that, yeah? So we sit with our back straight, so we can breathe deeply and properly. We sit comfortably with our legs crossed if we can, if that's comfortable. And you can put your hands together. You can put them hat jorge, edda, in front of your heart, like this. Or you can place them like this in your lap, if that's more comfortable. However you like. And these are things to learn how to meditate. So if you sit comfortably, you'll meditate easily. And what we're going to do now is we're going to sing the same Waheguru, same mantra that we just sung now from Gurdwara, and we're going to close our eyes. Keep your eyes closed. So now you're sitting comfortably. Close your eyes. That's right, close your eyes. And we're going to imagine now we know where we're sitting. We know we're sitting inside the Darbar at the Gurdwara. We know we're sitting in front of the stage. We know that on our left-hand side we have Maharaj, where we came in and we matade. Now I want you to imagine, as we're doing the Waheguru Simran, I want you to imagine that there's a big, big white light. It's so bright, very, very bright, and it's coming from Maharaj's Tabya. This is what we call Tabya, this area around where we put Maharaj. Okay? And we're going to imagine that the light is getting brighter and brighter and brighter, and it's a really bright light, and it's a big ball of light, and it's getting larger and larger. And as we're doing Waheguru Simran, it's getting larger and larger, and it's then filling the whole room. And it's filling all of the space inside the room. And you can't see anybody because it's filled with such beautiful white light radiating from Maharaj. And then we're going to imagine, as we continue to do the Simran, we're going to continue doing Simran, we're not going to stop. And because we're sitting with our back straight, we can breathe deeply and do very, very nice Simran. Very, very nicely. And we're going to imagine this ball of light coming out further, and it's now all over the Gurdwara. The whole Gurdwara is covered in white light. Bright, bright white light. And then we're going to continue doing the Simran, and then the light is going to go out of the Gurdwara. Can you imagine that? Do you think you can do that? Imagine the light coming out of the Gurdwara, and this is Bani, this is Pyar, and everything, very lovely energy coming out the Gurdwara from Maharaj, from this beautiful Bani that we're going to recite, yes? And it's going to go into the street, it's going to touch every person outside in the street, every person outside in Milton Keynes, everybody. We're going to fill them with bright white light and make them feel nice, yes, and happy. Are we ready? Yes? Are we sitting comfortably? With your eyes closed? And take a deep breath and breathe out very gently. I'm going to ask everybody to join in. Everybody's going to join in. Don't feel like you're singing on your own because everybody's singing together. Okay? We're going to continue now. The same Waheguru Simran. It's very easy because you know what it is, you've already heard it. Are we ready? Let's continue then. Nice and loud.